The frequency of fate. You don't notice silence until it's gone. Out here, it's supposed to be absolute. No traffic, no distant hum of power lines, no late-night sirens echoing through concrete, just wind through pine, branches creaking, and the occasional call of something you never quite see. That's why the static bothered me. It didn't belong. At first, I blamed the new system. They'd installed it 2 weeks ago, some federal pilot program that tapped into everything. Satellite relays, emergency bands, weather channels, even old analog frequencies long abandoned. Better awareness, they said, faster response time. But it made the tower feel less like a lookout and more like a surveillance node. Like I wasn't watching the forest anymore, something else was watching through me. It started at 2:17 a.m. I remember the time because I couldn't sleep. The wind rattled the steel braces of the tower, and beneath it was a low, constant sound, like a breath caught between inhale and exhale. Static, not loud, not aggressive, just present, waiting.
The radio unit glowed faintly in the dark. No active channels, no alerts. Just that thin, dry hiss leaking from the speaker. I reached out and adjusted the frequency dial, expecting the sound to shift or fade. It didn't. It stayed exactly the same, like it wasn't tied to any channel at all. Then I heard it, faint at first, buried beneath the static. A voice, male, breathing hard. Coordinates confirmed. Repeat, coordinates confirmed. My hand froze. The signal sharpened, like it was pushing through something. Can't see the trail. It's not marked. There was panic in his voice, raw and escalating. The transmission cut for a second, then returned clearer. If anyone hears this, I'm at... A string of numbers followed. Latitude, longitude, exact, precise. And then came the scream. Not sudden, not sharp. It stretched out, like something was taking its time. Then, nothing. No static, no distortion, just silence. I stood there staring at the radio, waiting for it to resume. It didn't. Eventually, I grabbed my logbook and wrote down the coordinates. My handwriting was unsteady. That didn't sit right with me. By morning, I ran the coordinates. Deep northern sector, no marked trails, dense terrain, not somewhere anyone would casually wander. I checked for reports. Nothing. No missing persons, no distress calls. It should have been easy to dismiss, but it wasn't. At 9:12 a.m., dispatch confirmed a missing hiker. Male, mid-30s, last known position, the same coordinates sitting in my logbook. My stomach dropped before the operator even finished speaking. I headed out immediately. The forest felt wrong the moment I stepped in. Not different in appearance, but in presence. Like everything was positioned deliberately. Like it had been arranged. The trail disappeared without warning. One moment it was there, clear, marked, and the next, nothing. Just trees, dense, uniform, silent. It's not marked. The words slipped into my head uninvited. The radio crackled. Can't see the trail. The same voice, clearer now, closer. I turned slowly, scanning the trees. No one. Nothing. It's not marked. It wasn't a live transmission. It was the same recording, but it wasn't coming from the tower anymore. It was coming from here. The coordinates led me to a clearing, perfectly circular, too precise to be natural. The trees leaned inward as if watching, waiting. Footprints covered the ground, deep, erratic, panicked. They circled endlessly, overlapping themselves like someone had been trying to escape but couldn't find a way out. The radio screamed, not static, not interference, a human scream right beside me. I spun. Nothing. But the sound didn't stop. It echoed, layered, repeating. Multiple voices overlapped. Same voice, different moments. Help, please. It's not marked. Can't see. All playing at once.
Then silence. That's when I saw them. Another set of footprints. Mine, leading into the clearing from the opposite direction. The radio clicked. A new voice. Calm. Familiar. This is Tower 6. If anyone hears this. My blood turned to ice. It was me. This wasn't a recording. It was a broadcast, a loop, and I wasn't hearing the past. I was hearing the future. The forest wasn't predicting deaths. It was transmitting them, just enough to bring someone here, just enough to make sure they arrived. I ran, but there was no path, no direction. The trees were identical in every direction, designed. Behind me, I heard footsteps. My footsteps, following the exact same path, getting closer. The scream began again. This time I knew exactly when it would end, because I could feel it building in my own chest.
The forest didn't want to kill me. It wanted something else. It wanted me to hear it, to understand it, to become part of it. Another voice in the signal, another warning, ensuring the next person comes. Somewhere, far away, or maybe not, the static begins again, soft, patient, waiting. 2:17 a.m. You don't notice silence until it's gone, and by then, it's already too late.
Thank you for listening. Please consider subscribing to my channel for more terrifying tales coming weekly. If you enjoyed this story, I have many more available in paperback worldwide on Amazon. Beyond the Campsite and Beyond the Campsite 2, A Trail Too Far.